Okay, we're going to add some joints to our face here. Just a couple. We're not going to go too crazy, but we definitely need some joints to move our eyes. And we'll probably add one for our nose. And we can even add 3 joints our for our eyebrows. And then, yeah, we want to make sure that we have a couple joints that are going to help us to blink our eyes. So we're going really basic here. This is just a foundation, right? You'll be able to build on top of this and add a whole lot more joints to give you a lot more control. So we're just going to do a few. Nothing that's going to be too insane. We already have our jaw joint. Okay, so we're going to go back to our joint tool and we're going to go to our side view and let's add one joint for his nose. We'll say is about here. Okay, we're going to hit our Y key as a soft enter. And then we need one for our eye. Okay, so we're just going to place one for right now, right? Generally. We need to get this a lot more precise, and this is a great challenge that we can work with. Okay, we're going to hit Y to soft enter, and we're going to exit out, and then we're going to add, we are going to add 3 joints for our eyebrows, and we're going to add a joint for our upper and lower eyelids. Okay, just enough to give us a blink. So with that, I am actually going to vert snap to this point under here, and I'm going to come over here to his hair. I'm just going to turn that off for right now so I can see these spots. And I'm just going to hold V. Oh, want that off. Go back to our joint tool, and we're going to just hold V to give us a joint here. Click Y to enter, and we're going to add another joint here and another joint here, and that should get us to the end of our eyebrow. But let's just take a look and make sure. Turn that back on. Yeah. So we're going to do one here, and we'll do one here. Okay. And that gets us everything. So we can hold V and hit Y and hold V again. And maybe we'll just move this one down like that. And this one down a little bit. Okay. If you want, since these are really, really big, we can actually select all of these and we can make the radius of this smaller, 0.1, so that they don't get too much in our way. Okay, maybe I'll move that one down a tiny bit more. Okay, that is pretty good. Actually, I'm going to move this one over here. Here we go. All right. Move that down. Okay. This is going to be, again, it's on the left side of our character, so it's going to be left underscore inner brow underscore JNT. And then this is going to be our left mid brow underscore JNT. And this is going to be our left. Actually, what we should do is name it what it is first and then the position. So left brow out. joint, and I'll change these names to match. So I want to say brow mid, go, and brow inner. We'll delete it at the beginning. Okay. So these are all going to be parented to the head joint. We'll name this our nose joint. It's not left or right. It's right in the middle. Okay, and we are good there. This is going to be our left eye joint. And we're going to have to get that centered where it needs to be. So, okay, what we're going to do is we'll take our 3 brows and we will shift select our head and hit P to parent it. And we'll do the same thing with the nose. We'll hit P to parent that. Okay. So these are all set up. Now we're going to add just 2 more joints. Here, we're just going to select our joint tool. We're going to hit V. We're going to snap one right here. This is going to be just our lower lid. And we'll hit Y to complete that so that we can just create one more. We'll vert snap it right there. Okay. Looks, we're not quite right. There we go. Looks good. We'll select both of these and we're just going to make the radius a 0.1. This doesn't affect anything with the joint, just how it displays. Okay. Okay, this is going to be our left lower or left eyelid low underscore joint, and this is going to be our left eyelid upper joint or up. Okay, so we're not going to parent these to anything just yet. So what we need to do is we need to find the center of our eye. There's no vert that we can actually put this in the middle of. So we're going to use a little bit of a trick to find the center of this half sphere. Okay, it looks like this edge loop right here is the edge loop that is the center of the eyeball. Okay, and we want to be able to snap this eye joint right to that spot. So how do we do that? There's nothing there for us to snap to with a joint. Okay, this is all a part of one mesh, so we can't even parent it to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to create 3 locators. Okay, so we're going to come down here. They're going to populate at the ground. Back to object mode and F8. So we're going to look here. And we're just going to click the locator button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm not going to too concerned about the name of these. I just know that I'm going to select locator 1, and I'm going to control select locator 2, and then control select locator 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a parent constraint. This is the button for parent constraints. You can find constraints also under constrain and parent. And it is going to parent constrain it to it. So it's going to treat it like a child without actually making a child, right? We're not going like this. And now locator 3 is a child of that. We want it to act like a child of both of the locators. So we'll undo that. I'm going to select locator 1, locator 2, and locator 3. And I'm going to click this parent constraint button. Okay, so now what it's done, it's created this parent constraint node on locator 3. And if you click that, it's showing you locator 1 and locator 2 are the two things that are controlling it. What it does is it gives equal weight to both of these locators. So this locator, if we move it 100% out, this one, locator 3, is now in between the middle point of these two controls, wherever we place them. Okay, we're going to use this little trick to find the center of our eyeball. So we're going to move this up to about where our eyeball is so we can see it a little better. I'm going to move this in. Okay, and I'm going to go to wireframe mode, which is just number 4. And I'm going to select locator 1, and I'm going to hold V with my move tool, and I'm going to snap it to the eyeball. If I can get there. We're getting there. Okay, it can be a little hard because it's just going to snap to whatever vert it thinks you're putting it at. Okay, all right. So we have it at the top here. We could do it all the way at the side, but we want to follow this edge loop all the way around on the eye and make sure that we're doing it on the other side. So we actually need locator 2 to be right here. So we'll take locator 2 and we'll hold V so that we can snap it up to where it needs to be and zoom in and get it there. Now we have locator 3 that is perfectly positioned in the middle of this object. So now what we can do is we can take this left eye joint and we are going to hold V and we're going to snap it to that locator 3 right there. Now we have a joint that is perfectly in the middle of this object, and we didn't have to, we didn't have anything that we could snap to. So that's a great little trick that I use quite a bit to find the center of an object that is part of a more complex shape like this. So with that, I don't need these anymore. I can delete them. And if I need them, I can remake them. It doesn't take very long. But now I have a joint that's right in the middle. So now I can take this left eye joint and I'm going to parent it to the head. And then I'm going to mirror that joint. So I'm going to select that eye joint. I'm going to click. Oh, it does not want to do that. So we're going to again go to skeleton and mirror joints. There we go. Now we have a left and a right. And we are going to do the same thing with our left lower eyelid and our left upper eyelid, which we're going to take and we're going to parent those to the head as well. Selecting P. There we go. So those are parented to the head, and now we can mirror these across. So that tool does not want to mirror the way I want it to. So just go in here. And then if I hit G, it'll do it again. Okay. Now we have all the joints that we need. We just need to mirror our eyebrows. So I'll just select each joint, hit G, and we are ready to go. Okay. These are all the joints we're really going to use right now. I'm not going to worry about adding a whole lot more to the face. I will probably add some joints later for this tie, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I think we have everything we need to continue on to the next step. We have our root joint with all the other joints that we're going to use right now set up, and we're ready to go.